Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name's Lavinia and I post beauty videos regarding makeup, skincare, acne positivity, and just making you feel good in your own skin. And as you can tell by the title, today I'm going to be teaching you how to do one layer makeup on acne and textured skin. This is a technique that's gone really popular on social media. We see so many people doing it on TikTok and YouTube and all of that, of applying basically one layer of makeup, doing your concealer, foundation, contour, blush all in one go, and then blending it out together, and it's supposed to give a really seamless look, really flawless airbrush look, and that it does. It's actually one of my favorite techniques to do on textured skin because it doesn't emphasize the texture on the skin and everything just lays and blends out really seamlessly. So I'm going to be walking you guys through the step-by-step process. I'm also going to show you guys this eye look I did. It's like a natural glam. We're going to be playing with some new products in this video as well, testing out some new stuff. So yeah, it's just going to be a nice hangout while we do some makeup and I teach you guys about this one layer technique. And at the end, of course, we will be showing you the look in different lighting so you get a really realistic vision of how this makeup looks in bathroom, natural lighting, and even away from the ring light. But of course, before we get in that, I just have to remind you guys about my podcast, Loud Talk with Lavi. We post every single Sunday at 7 a.m. MST, all about breaking down the walls of beauty centers one flaw at a time. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right on into this makeup tutorial.
Tell me, baby, what's the problem? 'Cause I keep trying to figure it out.
Alright, so let's get started on this makeup. I'm very excited about this. So I'm just going to start off with a little skin prep. I'm going to use the Say Glowy Super Gel. This is the Star Glow as my primer today, just to give a little bit of that glow to the skin. I've already gone in with skin prep, my skincare, and sunscreen, and this will just add that nice glow to the face. Very subtle, but just to give a little bit of that luminosity. And I just went in with my Face the Day sunscreen for my brand 9 to 5. You guys can shop at 9to5skin.com, and little secret just between us two, you can get 50% off my brand using the code ALOUDTALK for 50% off. It's a pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. I'm gonna do a little bit of prep on my under eyes. I don't usually do this, but I've been trying to use up my eye products a bit more. This one is from Tier. I tried out the Tier products in one of my recent YouTube videos, and I thought that this gave such a good prep to the skin, so I'm just going to use a little bit of that on my under eye. And we're also going to do a little bit of prep for the lips too. This is Road. Alright, so now while that sits on the face and absorbs, I am going to go into the brows here. I've really been into these Urban Decay brow gels lately. The Big Bush one has been one of my favorites, but today I'm going to go with the Slick Day brow. It's a really fine tooth comb, and this gives the brows such a good lay down, and it doesn't give that like white flakiness to them either, so it's just perfect. Look at that. Alright, so let's get into the actual one layer makeup now that this has all set down. Sometimes I will go in with a little extra primer in like my T-zone. I'm using this one from e.l.f., the liquid poreless putty primer. I think this one's not talked about enough, but it really just smooths out the center of the face, and when you're doing a really thin makeup look, it's kind of nice just to have that prime underneath. Alright, so now we're getting right into the one layer makeup. I'm just going in with the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Chantilly, and I'm using a little flat brush. This is just from Wet n Wild. You can kind of use any little flat painter brush. And I'm going to go right under the eyes and just kind of spread the product out like so. And kind of using this in a highlighting motion. So you'll see I'm keeping it kind of centered on the face and then brushing it outwards. I'm going to do the same between my eyebrows. So concentrating it where light would hit the face, and then just buffing it outwards. I'm gonna go down the nose. I do have a pimple patch on, but I just apply the makeup right over top if I am wearing a pimple patch. And honestly, since this makeup is going to end up looking so thin on the face, it does not really matter if you have a pimple patch going on. I'm also going to kind of carve out eyebrows just a little bit. I don't like doing too sculpted of a brow on myself, especially since they're a little on the bushy side right now. Just a little bit. I'm starting to look a little crazy, I know, but it's all going to come together. Trust me. Contour. I want to give you guys some options just in case, depending on what type of formula you're looking for, as well as like price point. For stick contour, I would go with one of these. Honestly, the Rare Beauty one is really good. It just blends out like so flawlessly. And then the Makeup by Mario is also one of my favorites. This one isn't as blendable of a formula. Like, it still blends out nice, but it's not as creamy as this one, so depending on the type of formula you're looking for. And then a drugstore great option is the Milani Liquid Contour. This stuff is great. Really good stuff right here. Just really depending if you want a cream or a liquid. I'm gonna go in with the Rare Beauty today just because I've been really loving this one. And you're gonna basically place it right where you didn't have any of the concealer, like so. I'm gonna go down the bridge of the nose. You can see things are starting to look a little bit crazy right now, but it will all come together. I'm also gonna add a little bit of contour on the eyelids here, just to shape. And then I'm gonna go in with blush. This has been one of my favorites lately from Rare Beauty. You can see it's a little beaten up. And I'm gonna place this right on the cheeks. I know, don't be scared, trust the process. Now comes the time where we start blending, so I'm just gonna take a fluffy like foundation brush. This one's from ACNE Cosmetics, it's the number 7 brush, it's one of my favorites. And I'm actually gonna start with the deep shades. So I'm gonna start with the blush and the contour, and I'm gonna blend these out in like a buffing motion, like patting it into the skin. Get that contour blended as well. Again, really trust the process here. Okay, now with what's ever left over on the brush, I'm filling in this top forehead area right here, and you're already gonna see that gradient start to occur with the makeup. Now I'm gonna take a different brush, also foundation brush. This one's from Fenty. This is the 145, and I'm gonna start patting in this concealer under the eye, and also blending out the top lid, going down the face, and blending this into the blush here. Do we see how that just like instantly blended out? And then I'm just gonna continue with the nose, using that same brush now because there's no blush on this one. And as you can see when I'm blending outward into the skin. You don't want to blend inwards because you want to go from light to dark. And this way you're gonna get that really nice soft gradient on the skin. It just looks so flawless. Gonna blend out this contour, again blending outwards and upwards to really sculpt the face there. Get my jawline. Okay, so you can see everything's really soft gradient, all of that. It's looking really nice so far. Everything's blended. Now, you could leave it at this. You totally could, especially if you went like lighter handed and stuff. Now, I just want to work on really blending this part out. I'm really happy with this. Now, some people do the one layer makeup differently. It is, you know, it depends how you want to do it. For me, I like to take a really lightweight foundation. I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier today. Just a tad of this. I'm just going to dot it on my lower jawline and just blend down here. This will give me a little bit of that extra coverage. This is also a very lightweight foundation, so it's not going to give a lot of that coverage, but it'll just start fusing this bottom layer a little bit more on the skin. You can even take some of the excess onto the forehead, around the nose, and you can just see that really fused everything together, making it look a little more cohesive and making sure that we don't have steps in between, you know, the contour, blush, and all of that we applied. Now, if we're looking at the face right now, we can see that everything's just sitting really smooth on the skin. We don't have a lot of cakiness or buildup of product, and that's because we didn't layer up the product. And that's what's so cool about this one layer makeup, is because you're not layering the product up everywhere that you're wanting to apply makeup. Like usually, you know, you do your foundation, then you layer on the bronzer, then you layer on the blush, and you're just creating like layer after layer after layer after layer. This way you're just getting that really airbrushed look because you're only applying one layer of makeup everywhere. So that's that. You can see it's looking really smooth. There's not a lot of product actually sitting on the face. And then we can just set this down and it's gonna look really flawless. So I'm using my Laura Mercier powder. It's one of my favorites. If you're looking for a good affordable option, my favorite one from the drugstore is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. This is so good. And you honestly don't even need a lot of powder in this case because we do have such a light layer of makeup. And on textured skin, I just think this looks so much better because it looks really airbrushed and smooth. And I honestly think lighter layers of makeup look the best on textured skin because then there's like, you know, it's not going to emphasize the texture as much as, you know, a thick layer of makeup would. So you don't even need a lot of powder here. You can still kind of keep a lot of that natural skin finish. Now, I personally like going in with my powder products on top when I do this one layer makeup look. So I'm going to use Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer on the perimeters of the face. And then I'm going to take some Charlotte Tilbury blush the shade The Climax. I don't want to take away too much from that red because I really have been liking red blush lately. All right, perfect. Let's move on to the eyes. I have this new palette from Vanity Makeup that I kind of want to use today because it does look really, really beautiful. Like, you guys are gonna die. This palette is literally stunning. Look at this. First of all, the packaging is gorgeous. And the shades in here, like, are you kidding me? This is stunning. I haven't heard of this brand before, but I'm so excited to use this. The packaging is stunning. It like really gives high-end glam. I also have a bunch of brushes from them as well. This one right here is the mini blender. That is gonna be so good. So I'm gonna dip into these two taupe shades right here, and I'm gonna start building this in the crease. Wow, pigment. Oh my goodness. I haven't tried a brush like this where it's like so fluffy but so detailed at the same time. I'm liking that. Oh, there's so many brushes in here. So I have the blender brush. These feel really, really nice quality too. It's all of them. Yeah, nice fluffy all around blender. And then this is the flat blender. I love a brush like this for defining the outer corners. So I'm gonna dip into these two shades right here. Look how creamy these shadows are. How have I never heard of this brand before? These are blending out like a dream. Kind of bring it up into the crease. Wow, these are so smooth. All right, so I just cut the crease with some of the NARS concealer there. And I think I'm gonna just use this angled flat brush. I don't know if this will exactly work, but I want to use some of these shimmers. So I think I'm going to dip into the second one here. See if I can lightly, it's really pretty, pat it on with the brush. Maybe I just need to go in with my finger. Oh yeah, these are stunning. This might just be my new like go-to palette because I can create so many beautiful looks with this. That is so pretty. You guys seeing that there? I'm going to take the liner brush and dip it into the black. This is the tiniest little liner brush I've ever used. It is so precise. Just stamping on the black shade right close to my lashes just to add some depth. All right, now I'm gonna go into the pencil brush. I love little pencil brushes like this. I'm gonna dip into the two shades that I put in my crease and just fluff these on the bottom, and then dip a little bit into the deep brown as well and take it up into the upper lash line to blend out that deep black. All right, just going to curl the lashes. I don't even know, guys, how I was doing my makeup before without curling my lashes, because now I see such a huge difference with it. It's my favorite lash curler. It's the Shiseido one. And then mascara. What do I want to use? Honestly, this one has been such a favorite of mine, but I've also been really into the L'Oreal Panorama ever since I tried it. I tried it in a drugstore first impressions a few weeks ago and really enjoyed it. This YSL one is also really good. I'm gonna have to get a new one because it's drying out a little bit. All right, so the base is looking pretty much done. We just gotta finish off with the lips. This is from One Size in the shade Pink Remix. It's one of my favorites. It's like the perfect mauve pink. And I have this little cute Valentine's Day box from Tower 28. They made it literally like a box of chocolates. Look at these. So cute. I kind of want to try one of these lip glosses. Let's do the shade Will You Be Mine. This is so adorable. Oh, look at this applicator too. Oh yeah, that's the perfect berry shade. Time to set it all down with some Charlotte Tilbury. I'll set up this. It's literally the best setting spray, and then let that dry. Alright guys, so here is the finished makeup look. I think this looks so good. It looks so smooth. It doesn't look cakey. There's not too much going on, but the skin still has that movement to it, and it's not really emphasizing my texture, which I love. I'm so obsessed with like the one layer makeup, and I hope that this was like a helpful tutorial on how to achieve that look, and you know, a little extra on the lips and the eyes. I always love to do something nice and glam. Of course, I have to show you guys what this looks like in different lighting. So here's away from the ring light. Obviously that texture tends to pop a bit more when I'm not facing that direct light. Here is some bathroom lighting. I always think this gives a really realistic look because bathroom overhead lighting is not that flattering, so it's really gonna, you know, make the skin look like skin. And remember, makeup does look like makeup on the skin. And then of course natural sunlight, which is similar to the ring light where it kind of diffuses the skin out, but you know, it still gives more of a realistic look. So that is the finished, so that is it guys. I hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial and hanging out with me while I got glam. I love doing sit down YouTube videos. This is like literally my relax space. I know I do TikTok and Instagram and all of that, which if you want to check those out, follow me at Lavinia. I post daily on there. But when I come and sit down on YouTube once a week, it's just so relaxing for me to just sit down and chat with you guys about all things beauty. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my brand at 9to5skin.com. You can get 50% off with the code LOUDTALK. And speaking of Loud Talk, go check my podcast Loud Talk with Lavi. We post every single Sunday at 7 a.m. MST on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple. It's all about breaking down the walls of beauty standards one flaw at a time. I have some amazing guests on there as well, so you don't want to miss out on that. If you do like a longer form conversation and just learning to feel your most confident self, that's definitely the podcast for you. But that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on my future videos. Love you guys all so much. Remember to tell yourself something you love about your skin today, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Tell me, baby, what's the problem? 'Cause I keep trying to figure it out.